against the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip. But that is also in itself is not enough.
That's Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu speaking there. Who struck Taiwan's sparsely populated southeast coast today, with winds reaching up to 191 kilometers per hour as a large swath of southern and eastern parts of the island shut down and hundreds of flights were cancelled. Taiwan's government said over 5,500 people were evacuated ahead of Typhoon Podu's arrival, while all domestic flights totaling 252 and 121 international routes have been cancelled. Weather officials claim that the mid-strength Typhoon Podu is expected to make landfall later today and was reported to be intensifying as it approached Taiwan's southeastern city of Taitung. Taiwan Central Weather Administration (CWA) forecaster Lin Ting-yi said the storm is expected to hit Taiwan's more densely populated western coast before moving into the Taiwan Strait and towards China's southern province of Fujian later this week. Korea's jailed former president Yoon Suk-yeol has been arrested over a raft of charges including stock manipulation and bribery. Former First Lady Kim Keon-hee denied all charges during a 4-hour court hearing in Seoul, but the court issued a detention warrant, citing the risk that she may destroy evidence. South Korea has a history of former presidents being indicted and imprisoned. However, this was the first time both the former president and former First Lady have been jailed. Recall Yoon was detained in January to face trial over a failed martial law bid last year that plunged the country into chaos and eventually. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has said that a proposal to regulate social media platforms in the country is ready and will be sent to Congress. In a televised interview, Lula said the proposal will be on his desk latest this afternoon, so the government can send it to Congress. Lula has previously criticized Musk's ideological stance, saying the world is not obliged to put up with Musk's far-right ideology just because he is rich. This announcement comes after a turbulent year for Musk's X platform in Brazil. Earlier, Brazil's Supreme Court Justice Alexander ordered a temporary ban on X over the platform's alleged failure to comply with court orders related to misinformation and legal representation. Cryptocurrency mogul Do Kwon has pleaded guilty to fraud in the United States in a case tied to the $40 billion collapse of the Terra USD and Luna tokens. According to court filings, Kwon, the co-founder of Singapore-based Terraform Labs, entered the plea at the Southern District of New York. Kwon admitted to 1 count of conspiring to commit commodities fraud, securities fraud and wire fraud, and 1 count of committing wire fraud as part of his plea. The crypto entrepreneur agreed to forfeit more than $19 million in proceeds for his crimes, according to the prosecutors. Kwon had in January entered a plea of not guilty to 9 counts in the case, including securities fraud, wire fraud, and money laundering conspiracy. The trophy of the season is up for grabs, and UEFA Champions League winners Paris Saint-Germain will be targeting a 4th title in the calendar year when they face Europa League champions Tottenham Hotspur today. Luis Enrique's Parisians swept all before them on home soil and in Europe last year, although success wasn't to follow on the global stage in the summer. The French club won the treble last season, including their first Champions League trophy, but lost 3-0 to Chelsea in the Club World Cup final in New Jersey last month. Tottenham manager Thomas Frank inherits a side that secured their first European trophy in more than 4 decades. The North Londoners, however, finished only 1 place above the relegation zone in the English Premier League. That's Global Box on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti. Do join us at 3 p.m. for news in brief. On behalf of the production crew, I am Folawunmi Olaniyan. Good afternoon.